Warning! This is part 2 of my review of the Bride of Ultron. In this episode, I will be diving into Avengers 160, 161, 162, and 163. I will reveal plot points and endings. Don't watch if you don't want to know. And if you do, please sure to watch part 1 of this series in the link below. You know, if you haven't watched it already. We'll dive right in after the obligatory opening theme. Let's do this! The next issue is Avengers 160, and Shooter continues to write, but now we've got the artwork by none other than the legendary George Perez. Oh man, he is one of my favorite Avengers artists, if not artists, of all time. While a good portion of the team takes off, the remainder of the team, which consists of the Vision, the Black Panther, the Beast, Wonder Man, and the Scarlet Witch, remain behind in the mansion and get attacked by the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is angry about the fact that Vision and Wonder Man both share the brain patterns of the Grim Reaper's brother, Simon Williams, who, by the way, is Wonder Man. So after defeating the Avengers, he puts them in shackles where they can't move and puts Wonder Man and the Vision on trial. He appoints Black Panther to be the counsel for the accused, and basically, the loser of this trial must die because only one person can have Simon Williams' brain patterns. The issue continues with nice recaps of both the origins of the Vision and Wonder Man, and culminates with the Reaper thinking that everybody must die, but the bans that he put on the Avengers don't work on Wonder Man, and Wonder Man attacks the Grim Reaper and manages to beat him, mainly by the scythe that the Reaper has as his primary weapon, shattering against Wonder Man's invincible skin. The issue ends with Wonder Man pondering his own identity and the fact that he had to take down his brother. Moving on to Avengers 161, Beware the Ant-Man. This again is by Shooter and Perez. A memory-challenged Ant-Man is spying on and then attacks the Avengers and almost takes all of them down until the Wasp flies in and knocks him out. She tells about how Hank Pym, who is Ant-Man, and his Yellow Jacket, and Goliath, and Giant Man, gets real confusing, has been having mental issues. Maybe because of all these identities, huh? Well, it's good so. The team tries to restore Hank's memories, but it's not working. Suddenly, we find out that the guy or thing that is responsible behind all this is none other than Ultron. I mean, eventually we were gonna see him, right? This whole storyline's called the Bride of Ultron. Well, here he is. He attacks the Avengers and pretty much takes them all down with ease, including completely incapacitating the Vision. The Scarlet Witch, however, was coming close to defeating him until Captain America got in the way, and Ultron was able to take them both down. Ultron takes the Wasp, and Ant-Man flies out of the mansion. Now we're at Avengers 162, which is actually called the Bride of Ultron. We've got Shooter and Perez at the helm once again. Thor shows up, and we get a recap of what happened last issue, and then we cut to Ant-Man and Ultron in their hidden base, where they are beginning to transfer the brain patterns of the Wasp into a newly created robot, female robot, the aforementioned Bride of Ultron. We also discovered that it was Ultron who was behind Hank Pym's memory loss, which he did in order to get Pym to help him with this brain transfer. Back at the mansion, the team is frustrated over the fact that they cannot find their teammates. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of ants come together on the floor, form out the letters Stark LI, which stands for Stark Long Island, and now the Avengers know where the Wasp and Ant-Man are. The Avengers assemble and attack the lab where Ultron is hiding. This battle is not as clear-cut as the previous one, as Iron Man has done something to his armor that makes him immune to the encephalo beam that Ultron has. They battle on, but it all stops when Iron Man threatens to destroy Ultron's bride if Ultron doesn't stop attacking. Ultron gives up, flies away. The epilogue of the story is that Hank is still suffering from memory loss, and the Panther wondering, hey, who sent those ants? Because it wasn't the Wasp, obviously it wasn't crazy Ant-Man. Could it have been the Bride of Ultron sending a warning? Next we have Avengers 163, The Demigod Must Die. This is more of a fill-in issue written by Jim Shooter and drawn by George Tuska? Not sure how that's pronounced. Basically, Iron Man is battling the champions, namely Black Widow, Hercules, and Iceman, all because of a Hercules villain, Typhon, don't know, has captured the Beast and wants Iron Man to bring Hercules to him. So after a fake battle, the combined Avengers and champions take down Typhon. I'm gonna go with Typhon. That's about it. The only thing that really adds to the overall story arc is the fact that the Beast starts to realize that he is not really contributing a lot to the team other than being captured or beaten, and starts to ponder his own heroics. We're gonna dive more into that when I focus in on a subplot in a future episode, specifically on the Beast. But before I can get to that, we need to get through this story arc. Next time we'll look at the 3-part Count Nefaria storyline, which essentially concludes the Bride of Ultron Collected Edition, even though Ultron is nowhere to be seen during it. Make sure you don't miss an episode by clicking on subscribe. Do you have any thoughts or comments about the issues I talked about today? Hey, leave a comment, I'd love to discuss these further. Until next time,